Hey, what's up? It's your boy Bobby Sapphire, and today we have KTOD exclusive spoilers. With me, I have my little brother KTOD Matty. What's up, Matt?
What up? Spoiler life. Excited.
And the man behind the swag, Stevie Getz.
What it do, baby?
Snapback. So we've got two pretty spicy spoilers for you today. They're both the same color, and one of them the same aspect, and yes, one of the colors is the same on both. And we've got one of the most main characters in all of the Star Wars universe. You might even say the most main character, but you're likely wrong. It's number 2. All right.
Who's number 1?
Darth Vader, son.
Nah.
Yeah,
Anakin
dude, imagine how
Skywalker,
many
bro.
people would be like saying, Luke, I am your father. Like growing up. I didn't even know what Star Wars was, and I was saying that in the playground.
Darth Vader, son. Okay. In set 2, our spoiler was Salvage, oppress. And in set 3,
meta breaking.
In set 3, it's Salvage.
Salvage.
A zero-cost supply event. Play a vehicle from your discard pile, paying its cost, then deal 1 damage to it. Free cards are free.
Yep.
Free cards are broken. So if there's any potential for one of our cards to be busted, it's Salvage. What are your initial thoughts?
I think it's really cool, man. I think that, again, like, it's going to be one of those cards that you're going to have to go back to every new set, every new format when we get, a potential Eternal format, because paying free for something and the more busted cards that you can have out of your discard pile is really interesting. And at the day of recording, we saw like a leader that can put stuff in your discard pile. We have Afra. So like there's some really interesting things, whether you need it for an attrition war type thing, whether you're trying to like get some grit thing online, or whether you're trying to do Reanimator. This is a really interesting angle. So I love it. I might not play it next set, but I love that it exists, and I love that I'm going to keep trying to build around it.
I can't picture me playing that hunk of junk to save my life, bro. Like, come on. What are you doing?
You came in that thing? I think that all we need is like Storm, right? Once, like, this is 2 cards. This is a 2 count for if anything ever cares how many cards you play in a turn, playing a card with a free card is pretty busted. There's no other, qualification you have to make. This is going to be like, this is exactly what a Tarkin Phantom deck has always needed, right? They do get rid of they ECL your Phantom, and then you're like, oh, well, still got all these Phantoms. And what, like, the Phantom doesn't care if you deal damage to it. Like, they can't damage you anyway. So,
yeah, you're 2 for 1 in yourself. The only way I could see it really being good is if you're playing something like Trench, or that actually becomes a Reanimator style deck. But I think just like
you're not 2 for 1. You're not 2 for 1ing yourself.
Oh, you're 1 for 1ing, I guess.
Yeah, you're just you're using your discard pile as a hand. Yeah.
All right.
But think about these new decks that are like building a Super Falcon. You know what I mean? Like, it really relies on you your whole deck is built around putting a bunch of pilots on the Falcon and swinging. Like, this allows you, just like a Phantom Vertical Tarkin deck, to never lose that important ship. And if they do deal with the first one, oftentimes the second one is really, really tough to deal with. This also has cool play with sneak attack. So you can sneak, like, let's say you have the Phantom and you sneak attack a TIE Advanced, and then next turn you play another TIE Advanced from the graveyard. And then now all of a sudden you're super buffing something. I think that there is Reanimator style play here.
Yeah, also, like, I guess you could run it with Poe, and like you're always going to be able to, you're going to bring something back and always going to be able to like juice it up. So like or like we've seen in some decks, if you have too many upgrades in your hand and then like you have nothing to put it on, this is like another way to do it. So I'm not going to go and say this is like Plo freaking Clune or whatever from last set. Coon. I'm so bad at Star Wars stuff sometimes. It's not Plo freaking Coon, all right? But you know what?
You know what I am your father is.
Yeah. Well, hey. But I think there's some game, and I think like Brewmasters are gonna try to work with this. Like, you could do some crazy, like, we're seeing some crazy Vanguard Ace deck with, like, remember that? Did you see that picture of like doing all the bounties? Like, here's another free thing. Like Mike said, like if something stormy kind of comes into the world. So this is gonna be like always on my checklist of like, Can we break this yet? Next to like what's that shuttle that like
Frontline
kills
shuttle?
itself? Yeah, it's like frontline shuttle and salvage. Did we break it yet? I mean, I guess you could
that's
like
an interesting combination.
that's actually you could actually do that with some
Anakin
overwhelm.
frontline shuttle. Yep.
Yeah. Although is frontline shuttle a 1/1? Does it just die to itself and then
No, it's a 1/2.
1/3.
Oh, perfect.
1/3,
there we go.
even better.
Ooh.
I think it's 1/3.
All right, we're cooking. Hey,
Yeah.
hit me in the chat with your best salvage frontline shuttle combo that you want to enable somebody to just like attack forever.
I believe in Star Wars it's pronounced Salvage.
Oh, yeah. Deal.
What's up, Steve? You got something else?
I'm going to go so far as to say this card will never see a PQ win.
All right.
Unless they print something silly in like set 5 or 6.
All right.
Current meta, no shot.
Thrown it down. I'm taking the other side of that bet. I think this card's really good.
Remember, I'm the same guy who said Boss was going to be an atrocious leader.
Boss.
And that was like your favorite deck this set, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Now we've got to hit you with our second card. It is Luke freaking Skywalker from the Battle of Hoth. You still with me? This is a 2-cost ground unit, heroic command. He's a 3/2 2-drop. He's Force Rebel pilot. So he's a 3/2 2-drop with Force and Rebel.
Force.
And then his piloting, it costs 3, and he gives +3/+2 to whatever he's piloting. If this upgrade would be defeated, you may instead move him to the ground arena as a unit and exhaust him. And as the rules are written, if the unit he is piloting is defeated, the upgrade is defeated. If the unit he's piloting is returned to hand, the upgrade is defeated. So no matter what way they deal with the thing he's piloting, you are going to be left with a 3/2 2-drop Force Rebel.
Yeah.
I love the map.
Go on, Steve. Yeah.
Like of him like jumping out of the speeder.
The T-47. Yep.
Yeah, and taking out the AT-AT. Like I think they did a great job along those lines.
Yeah, they nailed the flavor. They absolutely nailed the flavor.
He should download his lightsaber and a thermal detonator when he jumps to the ground.
Under attack?
That'd be hot. You definitely got to saber him up and take one down. I love that it also has like Cobb Vanth vibes, right? Like you put this on something for 3, when it dies, it brings itself back. Like I like that in this card. Just like being like you're able to kind of go a little more like all in on some kind of upgrade, knowing that you have the safety net, and then it also has that vibe of like, oh, you killed my thing. Well, guess what? I have another threat. So you didn't 1-for-1 me in so many ways.
Yeah. I've already ordered. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, imagine putting this on like a Bright Hope, or any other Sentinel, like a Conquer Dawn Interceptor.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then just like, oh, you're now trading back into huge things. It's a pain in the ass to deal with, and then you still drop like a 3/2 2-drop. And then like I don't think Green Force is that good currently, and it might not be for any long period of time. But like imagine you are in a red-green Force deck with Force Throw, and it's their action, they deal with the ship, and you're still left with a Force unit on the ground that you can Force Throw. So like I like the sort of like cadence of the actions that go along with him.
Yeah, the fact that he only costs 2 as a Force unit is great to sneak in those Force throws in the early game.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the one of the themes we're kind of seeing with the set is there's a lot of graveyard hate. I already got my order for 175 Cobb Vanth. Hopefully something spikes there.
Did you really spec Cobb Vanth? I love it.
I did, yeah.
Nice. Sick.
Cool. I know where to go when I need mine.
That's fine. I'll charge you 20% more.
I think I've thrown away 175 Cobb Vanths.
Well, I'll charge it to the KTOD.
Cool. Well, I hope you guys like these cards. I think that they're pretty good. I don't think that they're like take over the meta cards or anything, but I do think that they're strong playable cards that, should see some play.
Yeah, it's definitely the best cards we've gotten in the 4 sets of spoilers we've had.
Sure. Without a doubt.
That's
without a doubt the best cards we've gotten to spoil, and it's not even close.
It's not saying a whole lot, but we did get real Star Wars characters here from the movies. We got Salvage.
We got freaking Luke,
and we got Luke. Luke's cool.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Like I've always said, like coming from like playing Magic as like an 11-year-old, I always wanted to like have a spoiler. Like this is a cool.
Yeah, this is
spoil
very
Luke
cool.
Skywalker.
Yeah, I was worried that we were getting Young Jedi
list.
Adventures, but we got Luke, and that's way better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll check you next time. Enjoy the cards. Enjoy set 4.
See ya.
Peace.
This is